Here's our creative work 2 project. Our group members are AB area, Senators and May Zachary. First, we would like to focus on the inspiration behind our work. Our inspiration comes from a rap song called Bear, which uses detailed lyrics to portray a couple's journey from first meeting to passionate love and finally breakup. Based on this idea, we developed the concept of long and complex dream takes place on a bench. At the beginning, the atmosphere is shaped by cold wind, loneliness, and a sense of fear. Then gradually, it shifts into warmer and more intimate memories. Through this contrast, we aim to represent the abstract idea of dream using environmental sound. Based on this concept, we then focused on our sound resources. At first, we use field recordings in the city, such as the sound of hands brushing over bushes near the Sydney Conservatorium of Music. We also created textural effects using instruments and voice, and added electronic instrument songs to build an overall atmosphere. In addition, we included short musical melodies on instruments or voice to suggest emotional fragments within the dream. We also use sound effects such as a heartbeat to enhance emotional intensity. Finally, some library loops such as air defense warning songs we use to create tension and a sense of unease.
For creative process, we firstly determined our musical arrangement direction, such as the structure of the music piece and the expression of emotions. Our entire work is based on field recordings, and additional sound elements are added to them. We composed some synth and pad sounds using MIDI keyboard to enhance the atmosphere and create a more dreamy and bizarre feeling to align with our theme. We also sourced some basic sound elements, such as heartbeats and footsteps, from the sound library to enrich our work. Also, our piece does not use traditional drums. Instead, it employs some sound elements from the CBD, such as the beeping of the traffic lights and the sound of a bottle cap dropping to replace them. The addition of these sounds makes our soothing music sound more dynamic. Finally, we arranged all the sounds, ensuring that each element could fit together seamlessly. Here is what tools we have used in our project: the Logic Pro samples website, MIDI keyboard, and the most important Zoom recorder.
In our music production, we used several mixing techniques to shape the sound and make the overall track more cohesive and smooth. First, we used dynamic volume adjustment to bring different sections to an appropriate level and to make the transitions between parts feel more natural. We also use fade in and fade out to prevent sounds from entering or ending too abruptly, which helps avoid unwanted clips or harsh attacks. Then, we used EQ to filter out unwanted frequencies and adjust the tone of each sound, so they fit better together. For spatial effects, we used reverb to create a sense of depth and atmosphere. We also applied compression to make the volume of sounds more consistent and controlled. On the master channel, we used a limiter to prevent clipping and distortion, ensuring the final output stays clean. Finally, we used transpose to adjust the pitch of certain elements so they match the key or melody we wanted. Overall, these techniques helped us create a smoother, more balanced, and more expressive piece.
For the techniques learning class, we learned the volume automation, panning, layer cake balancing, and EQ and limiter. And in this assignment, we realized that we should further improve our ability to integrate different styles. Everyone has their own insights into music, and the key to this assignment was to combine the ideas of different people and connect them together. This process was actually very interesting, and we all learned a lot from the music styles of others. Our feedback was not timely. There's a significant communication cost involved in online communication. As a result, it takes a time for us to make a decision. This forced us to rush at the parts of composition. These are the areas we can improve in our collaboration. However, at the same time, our communication efficiency is not good enough. Everyone's attitude is very positive when we work together. Everyone actively completed their tasks and responded to the ideas of their team members. So this is our project. Thanks for listening.